5 things you shouldn't do in your relationships. The first is dismiss your own feelings. I think too often people overlook the way they feel because they don't want to come across like a nag. And so they brush things under the carpet in an attempt to avoid conflict. But the problem is small things then become major things. They amplify because you're not dealing with the root of the problem. I have always said uncomfortable conversations are required for comfortable relationships. So talk about how you feel. Just do it compassionately and honestly. Another thing you shouldn't do in your relationships is attempt to minimize your partner's happiness. Have you ever been happy about something and the person you're with is actually annoyed by your happiness, or they try and humble you or bring you down just because you're happy? That's such a horrible trait. If your partner is happy, you should add to that happiness. If your partner is happy, that's something for you to be happy about too. Another thing I think people shouldn't do in relationships is constantly compare, whether that's constantly comparing your partner with other people's partners or your relationship with other people's relationship. I think if you're dissatisfied in a relationship, you should bring up that issue independently. Talk about why you're unhappy, talk about ways you can tackle that, what you want to change. You can do all of that without the need for comparison. Another thing I think people shouldn't do when it comes to their relationships is make their relationship the core of their entire identity. Like, it is fine to be proud about your relationship. It is fine to love your partner. It's fine for your partner to be your best friend, all that good stuff. But I think what is problematic is when your sense of identity or your sense of who you are does not exist outside of that individual relationship. So I think you should have a life outside of your relationship, have friends outside of your relationship, have hobbies outside of your relationship. And lastly, but by no means least, you should not assume your partner likes to receive love in the exact same way as you. You may think that you are loving your partner intensely, but your partner may not feel loved because they want to be appreciated in a very different way. You're showing them you appreciate them by doing certain things, by carrying out certain tasks, but they want to be appreciated via romance. They want to be appreciated through words of affirmation. So do not assume your partner's love language, basically. Like, find out how they like to be loved, find out what makes them feel love, find out whether they're happy with how you are currently loving them.